Well, hello everybody. Welcome to beginner guitar video number 8. I know I've been kind of gone for a second. I'm kind of trying to figure out how juggling all of this and my work schedule is going to work. I think I'm getting better at it. But anyhow, in this video we are finally going to take the old G major scale and extend it a little bit, and we're going to talk about that F sharp chord that I keep avoiding. So, we will start with a new part of the scale. Remember, it's a part of the scale. It's called the Dorian because it starts from the second scale degree of G, but it's just an extension of G. If you use these notes that you're going to learn today, along with all the notes you've learned so far, you're still in the key of G. I just want to clarify that. The whole Dorian thing takes place in a different way. And if you're curious what I mean by that, you can go into the intermediate music theory guitar videos and find Dorian and such, and you'll get a grip on why I keep saying that we're just in G major as of right now. Without getting too carried away, we'll get into the old Dorian. So we'll start from there. As the 5th fret. What you're going to do now is you're going to go 5, 7, 8 on the low E string, and then 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9 on those next 3 strings. So the A, D, and G all get 5, 7, 9. Okay. Now on the B string, you're there. And it's going to be 7, 8, 10, and the high E string is 7, 8, 10. And then back down. And that is G major starting from the second scale degree. So all those notes are natural other than F, F sharp, just like G major. It's the Dorian shape, but you didn't change keys or anything like that. So, a couple of things I want to point out about this shape, because I always talk about, like the major scale, you've got a major shape, followed by the diminished shape, followed by 2 minors. So in a Dorian, you start with one minor shape, and go to that major shape. Now you may have noticed, there's 3 of those in a row, and I always say, these things happen one way only, and then they just keep repeating cyclically. Well, we haven't really got to see that happen too much yet. We did down in the minor key, but now you're going to see it again. It happens there. When you're in minor, it happens here. Why? Because those are the same exact notes. These notes are the same ones as those. You can hear it. Same exact notes. So it's important to take note of that. Now, knowing the succession, I'm having a hard time talking today, of how these shapes happen to make the scales happen really can help you, especially when it comes time to improv, of just taking off. So we're going to take, I'm going to go out in the weeds on you a little bit. I know it's a beginner video, but we're going to take the first 3 strings of that Dorian shape, right? You got a minor shape, major shape, major shape. We're going to take those 3. We're just going to move them. Okay? Well, what if you do it here? Now remember, that's the weird set of strings. You got the weird gap there. Now, what you just did, if you followed me, is you started from Dorian somewhere else. You started from Dorian there. That's an F sharp. You started Dorian from an F sharp, and you didn't even have to think about what key you're in or anything. Now, what would happen around that? Well, this is Dorian. Sorry. Well, that means that's major in that case. And that's how that works. That stuff moves around together. once you establish Dorian somewhere new, major is just one whole step or 2 frets behind it. Always. And that's how you learn the entire fretboard, is knowing that. Once you know that, oh, this thing connects to this guy here, and they move together. Once you solidify that and understand that that's one big chunk that moves together, well, then you just changed keys, but you didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to think what the notes were or any of that. All you had to think about was shapes and moving them. So transposing on a guitar can be way easy if you don't overthink it. And something in, when I went to school for music was I kind of got a little harassed about this, that like I underthink everything. And it's like, well, why wouldn't you? Like people will, well, E minor is a completely different key than G. Not really. Where the accidentals for like color notes happen is different, but other than that, they're the same key. If you saw a piece of music in E minor, would still have 1 F sharp over in the corner there. So that would be my advice today, along with, learn that scale shape, is don't overthink it. Once these two things are connected, once you've connected this, back to this, back to this, back to this guy. See, that was all in G major. And now if you, let's say you take all what we just did and you move it up 2 frets and keep the spacing between everything identical, just up 2 frets, you're playing an A major now. So that's why I keep forcing the idea of like, well, just know how the shapes relate to each other, right? You got this major shape, diminished shape, minor shape, and that makes that major scale happen. Well, now if I move up to Dorian, I've got the minor shape, major shape, major shape, major shape. Well, what comes after the major shape? Always the diminished shape, right? Always the diminished shape up a tritone, from the third, and you can get real carried away with that. Just look at how they relate to each other, right? I went from there to there. Okay, well, what does that mean if you're up here at the funny string? That means you just have to add another fret up to make that same thing happen. So take the major shape. You got it. You have to go that extra fret. Otherwise, you would have this sound. It's not right. Now you're in a new key. Not good. Anyhow, so that's what I wanted to cover today was Dorian and rant a little bit. Hopefully, though, these ideas help you understand that it's really not that insanely complicated unless you make it insanely complicated. So don't do that to yourself. Don't make these things crazy complicated on yourself. That's it for today, guy. The Dorian shape. Connect it back. You're good to go. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. Sorry about the dehumidifier kicking on. I forgot to shut that off because I'm a dummy. Hopefully I get better at this still and continue on. And hopefully you keep getting better at guitar and enjoy watching me talk about it. You have a wonderful day. You're going to do awesome.